Welcome back to Golden Years Nutrition. In our last video, we conquered nighttime sarcopenia with casein protein. But there's a shocking truth most people miss. You could be drinking enough casein, but without these two essential micronutrients, your body simply can't efficiently use that protein to build muscle. Ask yourself, do you frequently experience leg cramps at night? Or do you find your sleep is shallow, leaving you tired upon waking? These seemingly harmless signs are actually warning signals that your body is missing the necessary cofactors to shield your muscles from overnight breakdown. For example, a 2020 study based on data from the U.S. National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, NHANES, found a significant correlation between optimal magnesium intake and superior muscle performance in older adults, suggesting that magnesium acts as a vital fuel cofactor for muscle function. Furthermore, a comprehensive review published in the National Library of Medicine, NIH, in 2020 confirmed a strong correlation between low vitamin D levels and an accelerated rate of muscle wasting, emphasizing vitamin D's direct role in skeletal muscle strength and function. And if cost is your main concern, that premium protein powders are too expensive to fight senior health nutrition sarcopenia, you absolutely need to watch this entire video. We are going to reveal a budget meal loaded with casein and the essential micronutrients, costing just a few dollars per night. My name is Frank Taylor. I've dedicated my retirement to being a health detective, digging into the latest clinical studies for practical advice. I emphasize that all research I mention will be linked in the description below every video, so you can check it for yourself. In today's video, we are dissecting the holistic strategy to stop muscle loss. First, we'll reveal the power duo of micronutrients your muscles need to synthesize protein during sleep. Second, we'll debunk the myth that you have to spend hundreds of dollars on expensive protein powders. And finally, we'll give you the detailed formula for the budget nighttime meal that costs just a few dollars to fight sarcopenia on a budget. Before we dive in, let me know. Are you currently taking any vitamins before bed? Comment yes or no. Let's get started. The missing micronutrients and muscle failure. We've established the core problem in our previous video, the nightly muscle famine. And we found the answer: casein protein. But here is the major stumbling block for many seniors. Even if you hit that optimal 40-gram casein dose every night, your muscles might still be falling apart if they don't have the cofactors necessary to process and utilize that protein. Think of casein as the raw wood delivered to your construction site. That wood is useless if your workers, your muscle cells, don't have the right tools to build the house. The tools we are talking about are magnesium and vitamin D, the power duo, magnesium and vitamin D. Let's start with magnesium. Magnesium is often called nature's natural muscle relaxant, and it's involved in over 300 different enzymatic reactions in your body. For our muscle goals, magnesium has two vital functions. First, it is crucial for muscle contraction and relaxation. Low levels of magnesium contribute directly to those uncomfortable nighttime leg cramps and muscle twitches many older adults experience. A 2020 study based on data from the U.S. National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, NHANES, found a significant correlation between optimal magnesium intake and superior muscle performance in older adults, suggesting that magnesium acts as a vital fuel cofactor for muscle function. When your muscle cells are stressed and fatigued from the day, magnesium helps them truly recover. Second, magnesium is a direct participant in protein synthesis, the actual process of building muscle. Without adequate magnesium, your body struggles to convert the amino acids from your casein shake into new muscle tissue. You are wasting a significant portion of that expensive protein simply because you lack the correct biochemical tool. Next, we look at vitamin D. We often associate vitamin D with bone health, but for sarcopenia, its role is foundational. Vitamin D is not just a vitamin, it acts like a hormone, and your muscle cells actually have vitamin D receptors. When vitamin D levels are low, those receptors aren't properly activated, leading to a decrease in the quality and strength of your muscle fibers. This directly affects muscle power and physical function. A comprehensive review published in the National Library of Medicine, NIH, in 2020 confirmed a strong correlation between low vitamin D levels and an accelerated rate of muscle wasting, emphasizing vitamin D's direct role in skeletal muscle strength and function. Researchers consistently show that seniors with deficient vitamin D levels have significantly weaker muscles and a higher risk of falls. The nighttime connection. Why is this critical at night? Because the entire process of deep muscle repair and growth happens during slow-wave sleep. If you are deficient in magnesium, your sleep quality suffers, inhibiting the critical release of growth hormone necessary for repair. If you are deficient in vitamin D, your muscle cells simply lack the signaling strength to respond efficiently to the casein protein you just gave them. The takeaway is this: you cannot treat sarcopenia in a vacuum. A holistic approach demands treating the entire system. Casein is the fuel, but magnesium and vitamin D are the essential spark plugs and tools that make the engine run overnight. Interactive. Question. Now, let me ask you a simple question. Do you currently get regular sunlight exposure for vitamin D? Answer yes or no below. Understanding this missing link is the first step toward building our budget-friendly, powerful nighttime strategy. The myth of expensive powders and the budget trap. We've established that protein timing is key, and micronutrients are the essential tools. Now, let's tackle the biggest mental barrier for many older adults: cost. Many people look at the success of casein protein and immediately jump to the most expensive solution: buying specialized high-end protein powders. They see a 5-pound tub of powder that costs $80 to $100 and think, I can't afford to fight sarcopenia every night. This leads to the major mistake of either 1. Sacrificing consistency due to cost, or 2. Avoiding the nighttime protein strategy altogether. I'm here to tell you that this is a misconception driven by aggressive marketing. The myth that you must spend a fortune on high-grade protein supplements to reverse muscle loss is fundamentally false. The truth is, the fundamental science, the slow-release action of casein and the synergistic effect of essential vitamins can be accessed through some of the cheapest, most effective whole foods available in any grocery store. The flaw in relying solely on expensive powders is twofold. First, powders are a convenience, not a necessity. They guarantee a precise dose, 30 to 40 g, but they are primarily used by athletes for immediate convenience. For the goal of fighting senior health nutrition sarcopenia at bedtime, whole food sources offer the same sustained amino acid delivery, often with better accompanying nutrients like calcium and probiotics. Why pay double for a convenience you don't need when you are at home 30 minutes before sleep? Second, cost prevents compliance. If the solution breaks your monthly budget, you will eventually quit. And the biggest killer of muscle mass in the golden years is inconsistency. We need a sustainable, cheap, long-term strategy. Debunking the high-cost myth. Let's look at the science again. We need casein, and we need it to be cost-effective. The most powerful weapon in the war against sarcopenia on a budget is the humble cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is a powerhouse. It is a slow-digesting, nearly pure casein protein source. It is consistently one of the cheapest forms of protein per gram available on the market, costing significantly less than a scoop of most popular protein powders. Another incredibly cheap, high-quality option is eggs. While they contain both fast and slow proteins, eggs are a biological gold standard for amino acid absorption and are one of the most cost-effective ways to hit your nightly protein target. If your retirement budget is tight, do not let supplement marketing tell you that you cannot save your muscles. You absolutely can. The next section will break down the exact ratios and cost-effective combinations using these budget foods so you can stop wasting money and start preserving muscle. Be honest. How often do you avoid buying a healthy food because you think it's too expensive? Answer often. Sometimes or never. Below. Now, let's build the powerful, budget-friendly nighttime menu. The real solution. Holistic, budget-friendly muscle strategy. We've debunked the myth of the expensive protein powders. Now it's time to build the real strategy. This strategy doesn't have to be complicated. It only needs 3 key components to turn your sleep into an efficient muscle-building engine, even as you fight sarcopenia on a budget. Our simple formula is natural casein, 30 to 40 G, plus magnesium, plus vitamin D. The super cheap casein sources, simple and effective. Remember, our goal is to deliver 30 to 40 grams of slow-digesting casein protein. Fortunately, the 2 best whole food sources for this are 2 of the most cost-effective choices in the grocery store: cottage cheese and eggs. First is cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is nearly pure casein, with up to 80% of its protein content being casein. To hit that magic number dosage of 30 to 40 grams, you need only about 1.5 cups of cottage cheese, around 350 grams. This is an easy, no-cook nighttime meal that can be readily combined with a small amount of fruit, like berries, for the simple carbohydrates that help boost absorption. In terms of cost per gram of protein, cottage cheese is virtually unbeatable. Second is eggs. While eggs contain both fast, albumin, and slow, casein proteins, they are a biological gold standard for amino acid value. If you are looking for an extremely low-cost solution, you can quickly consume about 6 to 7 scrambled or hard-boiled egg whites. Egg whites are almost pure protein, and because your body absorbs and utilizes egg protein so efficiently, they are a great way to supplement your 30 to 40 gram target. You can eat a few eggs and combine them with a glass of milk, also a casein source, to reach the full dosage. 2. Integrating the power. Micronutrients, magnesium, and vitamin D. As we discussed, if you are deficient in magnesium and vitamin D, your protein utilization is like driving a car without spark plugs. These 2 micronutrients are mandatory for your muscles to respond to the casein fuel, magnesium. Magnesium's primary function in the nighttime strategy is muscle relaxation and improving sleep quality. I recommend focusing on highly bioavailable forms like magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate, taken about 300 to 400 milliliters before bed. If you prefer a whole food approach, you can incorporate magnesium by eating pumpkin seeds or almonds alongside your cottage cheese. These nuts are not only high in magnesium, but also provide healthy fats that aid satiety. Vitamin D. Most of us are deficient in vitamin D, especially during winter or when we spend less time outdoors. Since vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, it is essential to take it with a small amount of fat. If you are getting your casein protein from full-fat cottage cheese or milk, you already have the fat. For supplementation, a common dose is 2,000–5,000 IUs daily, and you should always consult your doctor to determine your optimal level. 3. The Super Budget Nighttime Meal Plan Guide. Here are 3 cost-effective, holistic, and scientifically sound formulas for you to start using tonight. Formula 1. The Diamond Cottage Cheese Bowl. Casein, 35g. 1.5 cups of cottage cheese, whole milk, or 2%. Natural micronutrients. Add 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds or almonds for magnesium. Carb, 15g. Add 1/2 cup of frozen berries to curb bloating. Benefit. The perfect solution? Casein plus natural magnesium boost. Formula 2. The anti-catabolism egg/milk combo. Casein, 35g, 4 scrambled egg whites, plus 1 cup of cow's milk, 8OZ, or soy milk. Natural micronutrients. Take alongside a magnesium glycinate supplement. Benefit. Extremely cheap, high biological quality protein. Formula 3. The enhanced Greek yogurt blend. Casein, 3040g. 1.5 cups of plain Greek yogurt. Natural micronutrients. Stir in 1 teaspoon of flaxseed oil, fat required for vitamin D, and take a vitamin D capsule. Benefit. Easy to digest, provides probiotics, and ensures vitamin D absorption. By adopting this sarcopenia prevention strategy, you are not only saving money, but also ensuring you are using a holistic nutrition approach to fight nighttime muscle loss. You are providing the fuel, casein, and the tools, magnesium, vitamin D, to rebuild muscle while you sleep. In the next section, we will summarize these actionable steps and give you a 30-day challenge to start seeing real results. Conclusion and the 30-day challenge. We have reached the end of this comprehensive nutritional investigation. Our mission was not just to find the most expensive protein, but to build a sustainable, budget-friendly, and effective nutritional system to defeat sarcopenia. Let's quickly recap this holistic senior health nutrition sarcopenia strategy. First, we debunked 2 major misconceptions. The first was the belief that you must spend hundreds of dollars on premium protein powder to save your muscles. The truth is, cottage cheese and eggs are your most effective and budget-friendly muscle-saving weapons. The second misconception was ignoring micronutrients. Second, we identified the 2 essential cofactors your muscles need to utilize casein. Magnesium is the natural muscle relaxant and the catalyst for protein synthesis. Vitamin D acts like a hormone, signaling muscle receptors to enhance strength and fight breakdown. Without both, the casein protein you consume is largely wasted. Third, we established the Super Budget Night Formula. This formula consists of 30 to 40 grams of natural casein from cottage cheese or eggs, combined with a magnesium source, pumpkin seeds, almonds, and a fat source for vitamin D absorption. There is simply no longer any excuse for your muscles to suffer from nighttime starvation. The Total Action Plan. To help you translate this knowledge into real results, I want to consolidate the exact steps you need to take, starting tonight. Step 1. The casein commitment. 30 minutes before bed, commit to consuming 1.5 cups of cottage cheese or other cheap casein options to hit that 30 to 40 gram protein target. This is the foundation to stop overnight muscle breakdown. Step 2. The tool check. Micronutrients. Assess your magnesium and vitamin D levels. If you have poor sun exposure or suffer from cramps, consider supplementing with magnesium glycinate and vitamin D3 capsules, taken with your casein snack to maximize absorption. Step 3. The budget plan. Make cottage cheese, eggs, and nuts. staples on your weekly grocery list. By shifting away from costly protein powders to whole food solutions, you will see a significant difference in both your muscle strength and your retirement budget. The Golden Years 30-Day Challenge. I don't want you to just take my word for it. I want you to prove the power of this holistic, budget-friendly nutrition strategy to yourself. I challenge you to implement this three-part strategy: casein, magnesium, and vitamin D every single night for 30 days straight. Here is how to measure your success. Measure 1. Sleep quality. Log how you feel when you wake up each morning. Do you feel less stiff, less prone to cramps? Magnesium will start working almost immediately to improve deep sleep and muscle relaxation. Measure 2. Strength test. Over the next 30 days, choose a simple strength task like standing up from a chair unassisted or lifting a heavy bag of groceries, and log how it feels. After 30 days, you should notice your muscles responding faster and stronger. Measure 3. Budget. Track the money you save by purchasing cottage cheese instead of expensive protein powders. Start this challenge tonight. You have the formula, and you have the plan. Do not let cost or misinformation prevent you from rebuilding your strength. If this video has armed you with the holistic strategy to fight senior health nutrition sarcopenia by saving money and boosting micronutrients, I need you to do two things. First, subscribe to Golden Years Nutrition right now so you don't miss any future groundbreaking research. Second, share this video with anyone you know who is worried about muscle loss or sarcopenia prevention, but is on a fixed income. Help them find this sarcopenia on a budget solution. Remember, your golden years are meant for getting stronger, not weaker. Take action tonight.